Cannabis, breathwork, and DMT. Are they related? Do they help each other? Hey guys, G here. I'm just making a quick video on cannabis, breathwork, and DMT. Are they related? Do they help each other? Something like called Ayahuasca. So I've been reading some articles about DMT production in the body. We know it is produced in the lungs. We're not sure about some other areas. A recent article just came out saying that they did find very good evidence, or very strong evidence, that it is also produced in the pineal gland. I'll share that link below. But the interesting idea is, like, how does cannabis play a role in DMT production? Does it work together in any way? And some of the theory is that cannabis increases melatonin production 3,000 to 4,000%. And melatonin is a neurotransmitter. It's very close molecular structure to DMT. They say it's I think a few carbon molecules away, or CO2. DMT minus CO2, or no, melatonin minus CO2 equals DMT. I know it's not exactly structurally makes sense from a chemical perspective, but it's very close. Anyways, and there's a lot of things that happen. They say that THC is also an MAO inhibitor. Now, I know if you're smoking it, it's a little bit different than if you're actually having an edible, where I think that might come into play. And what it does to your lungs make the DMT. So there's all these things that are going on, but basically, what the proposition, or what the idea is, that when you combine it with the breath work, you can have some pretty incredible experiences with cannabis, almost like full-on ayahuasca type experiences. So that's what I'm going to be trying today. I'm going to smoke about 1 gram here of cannabis, which is legal here in Canada. There we go. So I'm going to roll this up. I'm going to smoke it. I'm going to do about 30 minutes of deep breathing. It's almost like Wim Hof style. Without the breath holds, because the speculation, or the hypothesis, we want to reduce the CO2 levels, because if we're pulling the CO2 molecules from the melatonin or something, that's what I'm going for here. It will create DMT, more DMT. So I'm going to practice, I'm going to play around with it, but don't do this at home. Breathwork should always be done in a safe environment. You should never combine it with anything else. So don't do what I'm doing. So I'm not advising this at home. This is my own experiment. I'm going to share with you guys what happens after. So here we go. I'm going to go and light this up, and I'll be back. Here we are in the garage. As I'm smoking this, I'm setting an intention. Setting an intention to learn something new tonight. To explore myself with the help of plants, and to let go and trust into the experience. So those are my intentions. And to share. So I'm just going to lay on this couch here. I'm just going to turn the lights off, put some headphones on, listen to some music. Crazy. It's crazy to say. So much going on. So much positivity. So many amazing people and opportunities in my life. And I'm still seeking for deeper purpose, deeper meaning. It's like I'm so close. I'm there. I'm feeling it. This energy, this amazing, powerful energy is running through the universe. It's running through me. Are you singing? Sing at the top of your lungs. Sing with all your heart. Sing like you mean it. Sing like you're singing to somebody. Sing like you're singing to yourself, to your ancestors, to all those who've walked the earth before you. Sing to your children, for the ones yet to come. Sing just to sing, for no reason whatsoever.
live, feel, play, create. Oh, you can have it all. And it's nothing. It's so simple. You don't need much. You don't need anything at all. You just need love. Oh, it's so basic, so pure, so unconditional, so infinite. Sustainable. Love is so sustainable. It's the ultimate sustainability. It is, oh my God, the answer to everything. We got this. We need to love more. We need to teach people how to love one another.
It was quite an interesting experience. It's hard to say whether, like I didn't have many visuals, a lot of introspection, which can be associated with low-level DMT releases, before it gets super visual. Some of the Rick Strassman studies, I think they had some effects of that, or even like microdosing. But for me, it was hard to tell, was it the breathing? Because I know you can get there with breathing. Was it the cannabis? Was it a mix of the two? I'm not sure. But I got to a point where it was very euphoric. This is my own experience. I wouldn't suggest it at home, but I'm going to continue to play with it to see if there's ways to improve on it, if I can go deeper with it as well. And I think one of the important things that I realized is that it's hard to do on your own, to stick with it, because I felt like I was breathing for maybe 40 minutes. My mouth got really dry because obviously when you smoke cannabis, you feel parched. So I'm going to think next time I might have a little spray bottle to just spray in my mouth when it gets dry. But I realized it was hard to stick with it. So what I felt was 40, 45 minutes, which is what I was aiming for, was only like, 20 minutes or so. I checked how long I'd been recording. It'd only been like 20 minutes. So then I started again. So I think that's one thing I would change, is to either pre-record myself, guiding myself through it, or having someone bring me through the experience. So it was an amazing experience. It was challenging. I had to push myself, but a lot of insights came, and it's something I'd like to explore more to really see what is there. So breathwork combined, so the breath plus experience. But I'm using it more as a tool, as like a ritual for introspection, rather than just smoking all the time to sort of escape, which I see a lot of people doing, or just using for recreational to help you, reduce stress, or some people think it'll help you sleep better. I don't think cannabis will make you sleep better. I think it'll help sedate you, but you won't get the depth of sleep, which is really important to understand. But anyways, this is how I like to use it. Don't smoke very often. When you do, really go deep with it. And I found that as I was starting to, once I finished smoking, again, it's that natural, a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of negative thought patterns, which happens with me in cannabis sometimes. But I think it's a teacher, like all plant medicines, and it's trying to bring something to my awareness. These are things that are in my subconscious that I worry about, and I just try to suppress them. So some things came up, and instead of suppressing them, I know in a ceremony, especially with ayahuasca and stuff like that, I always try to go right at whatever the fear is. So if a fear comes up, instead of trying to say, oh, I don't want to go there, let me try to escape, start fidgeting, start, suppressing or holding back, it's like, let's go right into it. So I started breathing and just trying to focus with my full attention awareness on whatever that negative thought was, and really try to dive into it. Is this true? Is this really something I should be worried about? Let me see what's there. And as I breathed more into it, it just dissolved, and it was really nothing. So I thought that was interesting. And then after breathing and just losing myself into that sort of rhythm of the breath, things really opened up, and totally let go. Cannabis and breath can be used together, I think, but it's going to take some experimentation on myself to really come up with something that I'd feel comfortable sharing. But I'm sure many of you are already experimenting on your own. And if you are, just please be safe about it, and don't do anything that I would do. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for this video. Thank you for all the likes, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate all of your support. This is G signing off. Peace.